Hi everyone, it's me, Taylor Summerlin. Happy release day for In the Valley of Diamonds! In honor of this special occasion, I thought it would be fun to share 10 fun facts about the book. So, without further ado, here are the fun facts! Number 1. There wasn't anything that made me think of the entire story right away, but there was definitely an event that sparked the idea. It was during Disneyland's 60th, also known as their Diamond Celebration. I was walking down Main Street looking at all the decorations that had a diamond incorporated into them. I remember then seeing the castle and actually thinking to myself, this looks like a kingdom covered in diamonds. And that was when it all began. Number 2. The story was originally going to take place in modern times, but it never really clicked. It was later decided that not only would the story take place in a different era, but the land of dreams and magic would be within a world outside of ours. So our world would stay how we know it while still being connected to the world of fantasy. Number 3. In storytelling, there has to be a balance so one part or element of the story doesn't overpower the others and create this awkward mess. So, when it came to my story, what era in our world was the opposite of a world filled with magic and dreams? That answer immediately came as the Great Depression. Number 4. In one of the first drafts, Alexander was going to live in New York City and his job was at a construction site. He wasn't going to be a storyteller or anything creative. In fact, he had never heard of the Valley of Diamonds until his first interaction with Oliver Campbell. This version, however, didn't give Alexander much personality. The idea was later scrapped. Then, as the story grew, so did Alexander, and he became a farmer with a caring heart and creative spirit. Number 5. I like to incorporate some parts of my life as well as my personality into my stories. Like, Alexander's creativeness is actually based on the artistic aspect of myself. The characters of Victor and Anne are based on my real-life Uncle Victor and Aunt Anne with bits of both of my parents' personalities thrown into the mix. Captain Raoul is named after my Uncle Raoul, and finally, Little Camille is named after my cousin who was also an alpha reader for the book. Number 6. Going off of number 5, there was another version of the story where Alexander was going to have two friends moving to Arizona in an attempt to start over after things weren't going so well for them due to the Depression. This was based on when two friends of mine moved to Arizona a few years ago because they found better opportunities out there. Those characters were later cut because they didn't really add to the story. On top of that, the 2 times they did appear, they didn't leave much of an impact. As they teach us in storytelling, if it doesn't have a purpose and add or even strengthen your story, take it out. Number 7. I actually had a hard time trying to think of a name for the princess. I wanted a name that really suited her. At the time when I was piecing the story together, I was working at my college's bookstore. It was there I had a coworker named Aurelia. I really liked the name and decided to give it a go. Sure enough, the name Aurelia fit the princess perfectly. Number 8. In one version of the story, the mythical creature that would hang around our hero and princess was going to be a dragon. After a while, this idea wasn't sticking. It was mostly because dragons are the most popular mythical creatures. If this story was going to have a hero and a princess that were a bit different from the genre's norm, then they should have a companion that was different as well. I thought, what is a creature that is well known but not very popular? After thinking about it for a while, I decided to go with the griffin. And that, my friends, was how our little griffin Griff was born. Number 9. The silhouette of Alexander holding the green diamond you see in the book trailer was actually artwork from my first attempt at designing the book cover. After speaking with an author friend, I decided to take another swing at designing a new cover. I eventually realized that it would be best to let professionals design it. So, I turned to Mibble Art, and the artist there designed the cover we all know today. I'm really glad I did because I like how it came out. And finally, number 10. In the author group that I'm with, one author shared that, for multiple reasons, it's better to have a book title that hasn't been used many times already. I decided to go with In the Valley of Diamonds for 2 reasons. 1, it was different from the other pre-existing books with similar titles. 2, and most important, it ties in with what Alexander says when he first arrives to the dream world.
Am I really in the Valley of Diamonds?
Yes, Alexander, yes you are. And now you can join Alexander and his friends in the adventure throughout the magical land. In the Valley of Diamonds is now available for paperback and ebook. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video, and if you're reading the book, I hope you enjoy it. Catch you later!